Hello there, plant enthusiasts. I'm gonna do the yearly lilac walk around. Oh, look, the cat found me again. You creeping? Creeping me. She said, yeah. Okay, so lilacs are awesome. These are some of the newest ones. I think I did these 2 last year. Been putting more in every year. Boy, it's funny how it gets windy when someone tries to record. It was calm as heck out, but whatever. Just wait till it dies down. Anyway, I hope the wind doesn't bother this video too much, or I guess I'll have to remake it. Most of these are common purple lilac, I believe. They're old-fashioned lilac. I haven't researched up on them much lately, but so as we go on the little tour here, they'll get taller and taller. It's funny how these branches go down lower and lower. Last year I wasn't quite hitting my head, I swear. Maybe I just grew. So yeah, most of these are old-fashioned lilac. Most of these are dug up from old, probably 100-year-old bushes, old farm property. They're popping up pretty good this spring. I did fertilize them last fall, but look at the growth. What are we at? 25th today or 26th? May? That's at least 6, 8 inch, probably 8 inches. Brand new growth there. You can see where it's dark colored versus the light. Get over there. That's the new growth. I'm happy with that. And then we are finally starting to get blooms on some of these. Finally. We have to reach a couple years before they get big enough. Well, should be old-fashioned. That one got stuck in between a couple of them after I planted the other ones. Look at these guys. These are some of the first ones I transplanted 4 or 6 years ago. Great blooms this year. Probably helps that we had a good wet spring too. There's one more in here. That one's finally catching up. Oh wow, that one's probably 10 inches it's growing already. I think I gave that one extra fertilizer last fall. And of course we got the native honeysuckle. I'm sure they're native. Oh, they all smell so good. Uh-oh. Cindy. Meow. Uh-oh. Pretty sure I didn't hit that when I was mowing. Okay. Well, fine. Anyways, yeah, they're probably 8 foot tall now. Quite happy with the blooms this year for the most part. The lilac fence is going as planned. Ooh, ha 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 ha. I'll have to stand back from a distance here and see what it looks like. Beautiful. I gotta trim trees again. And I got my chainsaw working. This one has always been stunted. Yeah, even that one doesn't have as much growth as some of the other ones. I know I gave that one extra fertilizers too, but I think some grow slower because they got roots from these big trees under them or next to them. Stupid cops. Alright, going down the line. Looks like these are all the old-fashioned ones still. Actually, that one looks like it has more pink in it almost. Here, finally got some of these white ones. They're always so much, leaves are so much lighter colored. Finally getting some of them to bloom. Those were free from the neighbor. Enough spaces here and there, and I started planting them. I was hoping to get more white ones, but they don't seem to multiply on the bottom as good as some of the other ones either. I'll cut one of these trees down. Stick one more plant in there. Look at the color on this one. I got more of these I can dig up. I'm gonna stick between spots of the other colors. These are a more expensive one, I believe, at the nurseries. I believe they call it mangi. Or mung? I don't know. It's very dark. Very dark. I got that from a nursery I used to work at. Free because it was malnourished looking. I think that's just another old-fashioned. This one is definitely different. Way lighter colored. I don't know what they call this one, but to me it's very light compared to the other ones. The wild honeysuckles, they smell good too. Yeah. Miles of lilacs. Getting big. There's another white one. It's probably about 7 feet tall. Need more mongis down here, the dark purples. Planted these ones so close though, I don't know if I can stick them anywhere between. Oh, there's always more room. And one more small one on the end because it's got tree roots next to it. Gotta cut that down. We'll go to the other side of the yard. Oh, here's another honeysuckle, I should say. Those are popping up in a few spots, and I just left them there until the lilacs get bigger. Here's a little experiment I'm doing. I'm going to see how fast they actually grow. So I let one of them grow here. This is brand new, that honeysuckle. Brand new growth. It's probably been mowed down before, so maybe it's got good roots in it. But we're gonna see how tall that gets in one season. It's a good foot tall now. That's a good spot for a mangi right next to it. Mangi lilac. Also, finally reporting that I'm getting some flowers on my homegrown apple trees. This one only has a few. And that thing must be 10, 12 feet, 10 feet anyways. I don't know why this one doesn't have any, but right, because they're in too much shade or that's supposed to be an apricot tree or something. That thing's probably 12 years old. Why is there no flowers on it? Maybe you need more than one for pollinator? I don't know. Look at this apple tree. That thing is crazy with flowers. Maybe that's normal, I don't know. But I'm just not used to any of these apple trees having flowers. First year, finally. They must be 6 or 7 years old. Homegrown, planted Granny Smith apple seeds from Walmart. It'll be interesting to see what the apples taste like if I ever get fruit on them. Look at that big fat bee. Oh, that's just a honeybee. These trees are interesting. They're popping up in the yard here and there. This is one I let grow a couple years ago. I'm thinking they're a crab apple. I meant to transplant it last year off the driveway more, but I might still do it. It's got damage from plowing, I think. Got distracted there a little bit with the apple trees. Here's another row of lilacs. These ones are all... No, this one looks darker. That one definitely looks darker. I don't know. Like I said, most of these are the babies of that big old bush and that big old bush there. I don't know, I think they kind of change color depending on how much they're in the sun too, possibly. Over here I gotta dig up. Look at that poor old thing. Something's making a nest in it. Look at that. That wasn't there last fall, I know that. Anyway, here's the end of this row. I'm addicted to lilacs. Yep, see, this one's definitely lighter than like the one next to it. So I don't know. I'm just not sure. Something I noticed this year about these arborvitaes, these must have been in the ground 10-12 years. They should live longer than that. They're all dying off. I don't know. It was a pretty cold winter. And if they're not completely died off, they're half dying off. I don't get it. Another one over there dying out. I just think they're not that hardy. We didn't have a whole lot of snow this year, but it was very cold. Here's the other side of the property. Here's another, I know this was one of those purple ones I put between these trees here, but there's a lot of shade. I just need to lop them off. That one's been there a couple of years too. That one should be blooming, but I think if they're in too much shade, they don't bloom. Plus, it's probably got a lot of roots around it too. But I have been watering them good this last year. I watered them a lot last summer. Oh, I got one or two white ones on this side. But they don't multiply like the purple ones do. The lilac forest. Now that one's definitely a different hue, isn't it? I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but if you're thinking about growing lilacs, I try and fertilize them once or twice a year after they've been blooming, because I think that'll affect it, depending on what ratio, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium you use. But I always wait till they flower, and then I mix up some Miracle Grow. So, and it's finally helping. I mean, I have very sandy soil here. Live in a gravel pit pretty much. I think these are just more old fashions. But wow, they look good this year. Do you lilac? I need to figure out what I'm going to do here. Cut a few trees down. Got one cedar there. I think I'm going to put more lilacs in here. So I got a garden on the other side here. I was going to do more cedars, but they might get too big and shadow my whole garden. And these guys are starting to really pop up. Besides that one. That might be a different kind of cedar, actually. I don't know what his problem is. These are all the wild cedars that I've paid nothing for, just a lot of time transplanting and watering, fertilizing once a year, twice a year. I feel like in my soil, I feel like everything grows a little bit slower. Probably because it gets dried out. But these last couple of years I've been getting pretty good at watering them. Look at these guys. Wows. Can you say color? This one I looked up again. Looks like it's a little bit later blooming lilac. Those old-fashioned ones in the front yard, most of them, I think those are more early blooming. These look like they're mid. And they look like they have, well, maybe they do have white underside. It just kind of folds over. I believe that was Sensation lilac, but that might be the only one I have. I don't think it doesn't seem to make babies like the Mongi one over here that I've dug up before, or Mong, I don't know how you say it. This should just be an old-fashioned one. Boy, they look good this year. I did water them good last fall. Just, ooh, that smell. And this is the parent Mongi. And I was cutting the grass earlier, and I see there is some babies I can dig up again. They're getting too close to the property line over here anyways. I seen them at the last minute when I was cutting. But get out of my way! Get. But this is where I've gotten the little ones in the front yard. These dark purple ones. And I think they're kind of a spendy one too. This looks like more of that Sensation. Oh, another thing I want to say about this Mongi. Mong? Someone correct me, how do you say it? I believe these this variety of lilac is later blooming. It seems to me like they're not even open yet. So this would be more of a late blooming lilac probably. Oh, there's a couple, but they're pretty much the same color as the buds. So must be a later season, which is kind of neat with lilacs to have not all bloom at the same time, so you get a little bit more color for a longer period. One more thing to think about if you're thinking you're gonna grow some lilacs, and they are a neat little fence here, kind of serve a dual purpose for me, living privacy fence. Plus you get all the, they're just beautiful in the spring, right? If you're gonna grow them, it's good, especially when they're little, keep the grass cut all around them, keep it very short, because lilacs get a powdery mildew on the leaves. Usually you don't get it till mid or late summer. Depends how humid it's been out, I guess. But a way to get rid of that, you get rid of all the old leafy material under the lilacs, because it lives year to year in the leaves underneath the plants. At the end here we got a couple more wild cedars. And lilacs, it seems like they love water. In my soil, the more water, the more happy they are, it seems like. So I've had no problems overwatering them, but then again, I'm in fairly sandy soil. Anyways, until next year with the lilacs. Bye.